Ladies and gentlemen,
Boys and girls.
fine girls,
Bundas.
you're now welcome to.
X-Files. Sorry, I'm eating, guys.
Why on earth are you eating?
Because I'm hungry.
So, like, the kids at home that are listening to this, you
There are
think
no kids. PG, what's the rating for this? 18, please.
I don't think I don't think there's anything like PG 18.
My sister cannot listen to this.
It's rated 18.
My sister, okay, yeah. Sorry.
How speaking about how's she? How's Anke?
She's good. They're back for the Easter break. So, busy house, busy, all of that stuff. But at least people care for me. Like, people are waiting for me at home now, asking me how my day was, all of that stuff. So, yeah, all good. How you doing?
I'm all right. Do you know? I feel like I'm one of those uncles now that does that thing where I say, "Oh, I'll come and see you." Like, you know how when you went to go pick NK, I was like, "Yeah." I said that shit by foot.
And then instead of not coming to them, you not send money.
Yeah, but I sent money for a living.
Exactly.
For Tata's
Easter,
birthday, I got him like 200K in bundles.
Oh, what's he doing with that? But he likes money. Tata, you're the one that made him like money. You've been giving him bundles for how many like years now?
Remember that one birthday where it was like $?
This boy, please, you people should not rob Tata. Oh. He has nothing on him. It's only on those days, please.
Let me tell you the funniest one. So on this birthday, I think on his way when I was dropping him at school, Odumodo had called to say happy birthday.
Oh.
And like Odi did the same thing where he was like, oh, what do you want for your birthday? This and that. I want a football. I'm going to get you a ball sign like Declan Rice.
Oh, speaking of Declan Rice, yeah, it's all Arsenal fans yesterday, guys. So proud of you.
Go in.
So happy for you guys.
Go in. I don't even know if I was in a meeting.
Yeah.
No, I tend to not give a fuck about football. That's just
you
my
don't
thing.
care.
Yeah. But like I was in a meeting yesterday
Yeah.
on the mainland and like, yo, Declan just popped. I was like,
I think he scored twice, right?
Twice.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be afraid of OG today. Hopefully by the time.
That was literally the anthem. Literally, that was the anthem for everyone's stories about this thing. So shout out.
Obviously, me, I'm
Shout
looking
out.
at Spotify backend for Odumodo.
Exactly.
I'm like, that song just goes boom.
Exactly.
And it's crazy, obviously, because we're in rollout season right now
So wait, did he drop a mixtape before the album?
So now let me explain that to you. He dropped a mixtape to announce the album is coming. So
has that ever been happened?
That's why it's
Has that ever happened before?
But Odumodo is one of the smartest fucking niggas alive.
That is quite good marketing.
Like even today, I saw one tweet where he was like, about Declan. Yeah. And I was like, it's only God that knows why I did not sing about another footballer in that, because that was our first day in camp in Ghana.
Are you serious?
And he just goes, and I think the reason why it was like that is because of he had sung that part of Men Just Boku. He'd be like, there be rice.
Uh-huh.
So when we're thinking about what to name the song, Declan.
Wow, creativity, guys.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's so funny. Like, obviously, we've seen. It's so crazy because, like, right now I'm currently on an A&R discovery call, and like that's basically where we have conversations on as regards who's the artist that we're looking at, who's the next person to sign, all of those, and it's like Declan Rice when it had come out was I think the first recording Odumodo had done as a native artist.
Record,
So that's so, like, it was the first thing he had recorded officially. Every other thing, he had dropped Picanto as of time, but I think he had recorded Picanto prior, but he dropped it under native.
Yeah.
So Declan Rice was the first thing we did in camp.
Your first
And,
native baby with Odi. Oh.
And like just seeing that transition.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Dynamic.
Understanding the dynamic of
I didn't
change.
get to use this word like 800 times today.
I'm a dynamic nigga. So just understanding that level of change
I hate giving
from
words.
understanding that level of change from, let's call him upcoming artist. In fact, it's worse in Nigeria. An upcoming rap artist. Bro, I know that when babes are talking about niggas they cannot date, that's like number one.
True.
If you're an upcoming rapper,
True.
to being the Odumodo Black.
I mean,
We were going through chat numbers yesterday, top 4 in Nigeria.
yeah.
Consistently.
Sure.
Damn.
I mean, congratulations to the team.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to the team, guys.
But I think that just helps to like understand and start the pace for what this conversation.
Set the pace, I do. I do this every episode.
I go school, I no go school.
You went for economics.
I
You
get
don't have-
certificate, I no get certificate.
So, guys, as Ade has rightfully said, we are going to discuss dynamics in various kind of relationships today and how things can change, over pretty much overnight. And the changes can be quite steep. So we're going to discuss a couple different scenarios, right? Ade, do you have a favorite scenario you want to start with? Something that probably applies to your life, knowing the kind of life you've lived. Just
What
wanted
does
to
that
drop
even
Just
mean?
wanted
Like,
I like shade, so.
what does that even mean?
I just felt so. What kind of change in dynamics do you think happens the most in your life?
Do you know the funniest thing about me is like the thing that has happened most constantly in my life is a switch from a very we can call it platonic relationship to no, not romantic. I'm talking about like a work relationship.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Like I be telling people like I've never done a job interview in my life.
Really?
Yeah. The closest thing I've had to a job interview in my life was at Silver Fox.
Jesus.
Like 7 a.m. on a Wednesday. I'm not
Guys.
going to tell you the name of the
Guys.
company, but I'll tell you that's the most serious
Yeah.
company I've ever worked at. And like basically the owners of the business were there. And it was just there. And we were just like, So it's like there's a mindset to it as to you've partied with this person.
Yeah.
They've seen you at your worst form. And like you've been able to collate and still be analytical to have
Yeah.
conversations.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's your worst form, though.
Yeah, I don't even drink.
I think. He doesn't even drink. So Ade comes to. I've never even seen him in. Have I seen him in club before? No.
Yeah, that one time at yeah, there was once that club. It's on their job before Velvet. Live. Live.
Yeah.
But that
So Ade at clubs is he's pretty much just like not organizing shit, but organizing shit. I don't know why you're always in that headspace or
because tonight is the night. We're gonna have a good night.
every night.
You know, and I feel like that's just like kind of how I've grown up with my family. Like you go out with me and my cousins and like you see every 10 seconds you're like, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? No. Do you want more?
He's
you wanna drink?
extremely attentive. Nothing's happening to you without Ade probably noticing.
You know the fucking vibes.
Good or bad, guys.
You know
Good
the
or
fucking
bad.
vibes.
Good or bad. So okay, so now you said that so from platonic to kind of what professional, right?
Yeah. So it's like obviously I don't think I've ever gotten employed by a babe before. It's crazy, but I don't think I've ever gotten employed by a babe. So it's like from a brotherhood to
professional. So how did that scenario now from the club to like a professional setting at probably one of the biggest corporations in Nigeria, right? How was that? What did this guy expect from you? Did you deliver in both spaces, at the club and in the office? Were there fights? What was that like? And did the brotherhood continue? Was he able to draw a line between, hey, Ade, I need you to deliver on this, and hey, my bro, I'm not going to see you tonight?
Okay. So I think like I'm going to separate them. I'm going to put two jobs into context right now.
Okay.
So that one particularly, because of those, like I'm talking about like this is a global business, so it's a lot more structured. He was a business owner, so I barely ever even had to. Yeah, I was like a associate one.
Fair.
So in terms of work, we never
Fair.
associated in time. In terms of office, I did not feel. I left in less than 6 months, but like I did not feel. It's just that I figured that that scenery was not my own. But I'll use another one. So I'll call him one of my friends I've had for a long time.
Okay.
When they were starting off their business, he finally came. I was like, I want you to come work on it.
Okay.
And it was like, yeah, therefore, and like we started off and business built up.
Okay.
But I can't remember exactly what day, but I remember it's like 3-4 months into the period. Now this one. Like I am constantly engaging with this person.
Right.
But like again, remember we started up like a friendship. So it was used to be, bro, how far? Then he texts me one day and he goes, don't call me bro.
So how did you take that? How did you take that?
But do you know something about me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually so straightforward with life. Like the second I saw that, I'm just like, yeah, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
It's just like there's only one Chris to me. if you're on something, you're on that thing. Like I don't do like this,
Yeah.
So it's like just that immediately that happened, it just turned to a work relationship
Solely.
solely.
No more brotherhood.
So it's like, yo, like, I'm not calling you to come chill. I'm not trying to chill.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like they're paying me money. So it's like,
Yeah.
if that's it, by all means, I'm all down to like
Fair.
free that original relationship.
Fair.
And we just left it. And funny enough, it's been working.
Yeah?
like play.
So-
Because this way, you have less access to me.
True, but like randomly, he's never asked again. Like, oh wow, is that how it is? I tell you to not call me bro anymore, and then now we're not going out anymore. You're not inviting me anymore. You're not introducing me to your friends anymore. Did that happen? Has that happened? Do you expect it to happen?
Oh, again, because of like, there's always like a good, you know me and my older people now. Like, so there's always a very good gap. At least every single person I associate with work-wise, usually like at least 6 to 10 to 20 years ahead of me.
True.
So it's like, there's no difference basically
Fair.
when that happens. In my mind, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm just not
Fair.
like engaging this person in this manner anymore.
Should we
But
even
in hindsight,
ask why you were at Silver Fox?
why was I Silver Fox?
Yeah, because what is Silver Fox, Adi?
Silver Fox is a strip club. It's literally 3 minutes down the road from here. I'll not lie to you.
You're
From the
so
first
proud of
night I
yourself.
went out in Lagos
Yeah,
till the last night I went out in Lagos.
you were at
Yeah.
Silver Fox.
Yeah.
So that's the first place you went to, and that's still the last place you
No, it's
went
not the
to.
first place. It was the last place I went to on the first day. And it was the last place I went to on the last day I went out, which was like last weekend.
Yeah,
So it's
fair.
like,
So you're a regular.
yeah, I love the strip club.
What do you love most about it? Is
The
it
only
the chance
funniest
to
thing-
connect to other people? Because I mean, clearly,
Say connect. What sort of
you
connect is that?
connected with this
The-
guy
with-
with the corporation. Right?
No, nigga, I knew that nigga forever.
Oh,
We were just at the
fair.
club together. Do you know the funniest thing about me?
Well,
I need everyone to hear this.
okay,
I have never touched a stripper.
they've touched you, Sha.
Never.
What?
Because I don't like it. Okay. So I think it's of two things.
Okay.
When I started going to strip clubs, I was young and broke.
Fair. So you couldn't pay for it.
So more low. Yeah, I do not have bro. Back then, Silver Fox. In fact, it was better back then. Like they used to pay for lap dance directly.
Yeah.
Now it's different. Like you have to buy a bottle and you have to buy
Yeah.
cash to spray. Back then, you pay 10K, you get a 20 minutes lap dance. Who the fuck had 10K?
Fair.
Who the fuck had 10K?
Fair.
So it's like, I remember that was it back then. No, obviously, that was when. And then I started going out with my cousins. And
Yeah.
my cousins were the one that told me that, oh, you don't have to pay them directly as long as you have cash. You have to
Yeah.
cash. But you know the funniest thing about it?
What?
They never used to give me cash back then.
So.
So like, I just be there looking, wishing I could touch this woman. And like, it just never happened. Then I think fast forward to like
tired.
2016, 2017.
Mhm.
And I started to break bread.
And how was that for you? Were you like,
I
oh,
like-
now it's time?
Like, I know, like, it's
God,
time.
it's
I don't know. Maybe something happened.
Okay.
And like, we didn't just go to the club for like 2 months. And by the time we finally got to, I was like, I'm going to. Then I get
know
there and
you
I'm
go,
like,
you're like,
yeah,
no.
nah. Just, so like, I remember back then. So this is still 2017, 2018. Yeah, my cousins are giving me cash because they know that I can
You have
afford
it,
to.
yeah.
Yeah. So they give me the cash. But like, I'm there with a girl and I just give it to her.
because,
I'm like, yeah, have a
yeah.
good. So now the reason why I go to strip club so much,
Fair.
don't quote me because it's not every
Don't
time
quote
there's
me.
a girl with
Please
me. Oh.
quote him.
But like, I just be going there because of the girl that's with me.
Aw.
So it's like every single time you see
So you're
cash,
giving them a chance to.
and I love, I love that shit.
I know.
Woman,
You're sick.
I
You're
love that
sick.
shit.
But fair enough. Okay, that's
So-
nice.
So that, I feel like that's my own.
Change the
Yeah,
regular dynamic.
That's
thing.
the most regular dynamic that happens for me.
fair.
You, what would you say is yours?
I would say, for some reason, this thing about someone not liking me the first time they meet me, and then afterwards we become far more than I expected. So it's almost like enemies to lovers.
Oh shit.
It's weird because I don't have personal vendettas against anyone. I'm very like honestly, I'm quite chill, right, with people. But there are a couple times, right, where let's say some babes that I don't know, first time they met me, I don't know whether they had already heard some things about me or anything. They just decided to not particularly like me. And I was like, okay, I'll leave it as that. And then some years later, or down the line, somehow we become thick as thieves. It happens, and I don't really understand how it happened. I don't know what I did differently to prove that or to show that I'm a cool person, or whether someone else like vetted me or something for them. But that happens quite often.
So, I'm so sorry. Just because of, I actually want to ask you a question. Do you know, if you think about a person, do you know the exact point in time when that change happens? Are you aware of it?
No.
When it goes from
This to that.
they don't fuck with you to
Yeah, I don't really know. I just know that I'm like, there's just a difference now. I don't know what like internal deliberations they made to see me differently or to treat me differently, because I'm not there. You showed me you didn't like me and I gave you space, and all of a sudden next time you meet me you like me. I'm like, okay.
my last part to it is that you actually go with it as far you now become tight with these people.
Not tight, but like over time. I don't get tight to people immediately. Over time, you prove yourself. We're in the same space or something like that. Like, let's say there was this one person. If she ever listens to this, I'm so sorry I'm saying this, but so there's this one friend I have that went to uni with me. First year of uni, she was friends with some friends I had, and I was very introverted and I had serious social anxiety then. So I came to these friends, asked me to come to theirs, let's chill, let's talk and everything. And she was there. And then I got in there and then she's just staring me down. And I'm like, okay, I've never met you before. Why is this happening? And she stared me down for a good 10 minutes. They even had to tell her like, hey, you're not being friendly. Vanessa doesn't deal well with people normally. So like, I went home. I didn't stay up to like 20 minutes there. I went home. And then we didn't talk for the rest of uni. Then we come to law school. And then I'm signing and I'm doing my registration and everything. And then I see her running. She's like, Vanessa! And I'm like, huh? Like, I looked around. If there was another Vanessa, I was like, okay, can't be me, right? She ran to me. She hugged me. She's like, hey, how have you been? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, I don't know when this change happened, right? But okay. And now we're in law school together. We're in Abuja together. You know, all this stuff. And you're like, over time, like, you're going to be in the same space. You're going to school together. You have the same friends. Over time, realize that both of you are okay. Over time, you now find out that both of you are actually cool together. Over time, you're like, oh my God, this is my girl at this point, right? So yeah, that's happened a couple times in my life for some reason. Don't know why.
Do you know, that is the funniest. I feel like that's the only type of, I wanted you to really go through this because I feel like that's the only type of relationships that will never work for me.
Really?
Do you know why? Like, you know, me, every single time that I've met someone or like started a conversation with a person or anything, like, I'm the genuine meaning of judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
First of all, you know me, like I'm excessive, I'm this, I'm that.
Yeah.
Like I'm loud.
Extra.
Like
Very extra.
so like a lot of times, like obviously, like I get lucky because the most blown people in the group. Example, like my cousin that has the most money likes me. All the other cousins love me. Or like example, those my friends that are the most blown guys. They're like, this is Ade. Then somebody that's not as blown as them, but is bigger than me. And I'm like, what does this person really like in me? Then a lot of times they tend to just like me because they want access to that person. But like,
but you can tell.
So,
you know.
So my thing with it is that, and that's why I never end up like changing from enemies. I be people.
Yeah, that don't really like.
Do you understand? Because there's one thing, and if you know me, I've said it so many times. I hate niggas or people that size me up.
Word.
That is the craziest thing.
Word.
Like who?
Because it can't even. First of all, it can't even be accurate. You will never be accurate.
Are you sizing me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to lie to you. I have never agreed to it. I'm actually very sentimental about it. If you try to size me up, you will never have access to me. This life or the next one.
Yeah.
And like I would ensure, because of you had done it. And basically, a lot of people, they actually do it to see what I have. Okay, sometimes, let's say we're in the club now and we're chilling.
Yeah.
And like obviously, you know, the club, my older cousins.
Yeah.
So it's like, obviously the babes will look around and say, no, they want to be with old men. And sometimes not old men are, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, they're not yet. I'm trying to yarn you. You're not yarning me. Right now, I'm walking outside. Next thing you see my driver pull up with it. Then in the next club, she's not smiling. I'm like, stop that.
Just because I have a driver in a car.
Stop that.
No, you actually would hate that.
Yeah. No, and again, I'll use it to my advantage. That's the only thing. The fact that I've known that you're only yarning me to your advantage.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'll take advantage of you. It's not even possible because I don't like you enough as a person to be there just with you.
Yeah.
But guess what? I know that you'll be there as a person whenever I say, do you understand?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like that's just my. So I'm very tricky. Enemies to friends.
It happens. That's what I would say. And the thing is, I think with women, it's a bit funnier. I don't think with guys, like, you can ever, like, that happens. That doesn't happen regularly with guys. But babes, for some reason, it's more common.
Yeah,
with women.
babes are actually just bad vibes originally. Yeah.
They're like, who's this bitch? Like, for real. Like, that's the first thought sometimes. Who's this bitch?
Well, yeah. So now let's just say we're putting it to babes and guys.
Okay.
So I have. So I feel like that's like the next one, and most of the time the most common version, where it's like that dynamic when you notice it's changing from a friendship, a genuinely platonic friendship, to like a love food, or love ship, or probably I just want to fuck one of them.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah.
Yeah. So,
what would you say are like key indicators in there?
I like that word, actually. Indicators.
Hey, English! Indicators! Call me Mr. Indicator for this one.
I hate this voice so much. Okay, so let's see key indicators of when a guy is trying to, or people are trying to go from.
Why you just put it on the guy? A lot of times, babes are the ones that want to change relationships from platonic.
Friends.
Yes.
No, I would say from babes are more likely to change from sexual to romantic than guys from friend to lovers. In my opinion. In my opinion.
There's
in
a
my
difference.
opinion. In my opinion.
Wait. There's a difference.
What?
There's a difference between sexual.
No. What I'm saying is like there's that pipeline is more like I hear it more from women where like, oh, we're just doing stuff, but now I think I want to like take him. I want him to take me serious. I want us to take this seriously.
Oh, that's so cool.
I hear that more with women. It's guys I'm hearing, like I hear that less of, oh, they're trying to take from purely sexual to committed.
Okay, so is that, so I feel like what you've actually said is so cool. And I feel like that's, so you know how like we had thought about this as a, from friends to lovers. But I think the dynamic change in it is probably when you move from platonic friends to, most of the time, it starts sexually.
Yeah. And
then
now
goes
romantic.
To romantic.
Yeah.
Then that's when you become lovers. But you know, funny enough, I do think sometimes like as friends, you start to notice that forget sexual attractions because y'all can be fucking other people and you conscious. But like you start to, okay, like I'm going to go fuck somebody and I made you crap. And now this is the person that you're calling to talk to about the whole thing. Yeah. And I want to know that they just finished fucking you. But like, is willing, if you're willing to stay on the phone with a babe after she just another nigga, trust me, nigga, you're gone. Whatever it is. Oh, just know to your heart of heart until you experience heartbreak with that babe.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You like, so are we going to say first of all, I know we've kind of talked about this before, but do you think that those are like the safest types of creation of relationships when it goes from
friendship to I wouldn't say safe or something. If it doesn't work out, that's the loss of a friendship and a relationship and everything. Like it's the loss. It's most times a complete loss. The best pipeline, in my opinion, is strangers to maybe then relationship. In my opinion, I might be wrong, but like friends, because once it's gone, like see, it's easier to go from, hey, we tried this, it didn't work out. Okay, I guess, shit, I don't even know your entire family. I don't know your niggas. Like, I don't know you people. And then as if like this person was a stranger, and like let's say it's happened like maybe 3-6 months now, all of this, and you're like, okay, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah. You go with your people.
Fuck you. You're like, bye. But see that one where you're friends. Your friends know that you guys are friends. You guys probably have shared friendship groups. You have like activities. You have pictures. Group pictures.
It's the group pictures. You cannot delete group pictures of your Instagram.
Everyone's tagged. You can't be selfish now. You can't see because relationship scattered the entire it's a memory now. It's a core memory for somebody. Imagine imagine that you guys went to do this for another friend. Like that outing happened for another friend, like a birthday. You can't tell that. Yeah, it's done. It's done.
They'll not start picking.
You understand?
They'll not start picking.
This is
They'll not start picking like, oh, these are the days that you can invite this one.
Exactly. All of a sudden, now it's custody battle.
Let me hear you
For
just.
friendship.
Let me hear you just. God damn it! Don't cut me anywhere. But somebody was telling me about, Hotbox closed down.
Okay.
So obviously, like I've heard 1,001 stories to that thing.
That's wild.
First of all, I heard that originally it was obviously the landlords around. They said, "Nah, fuck that shit. They don't like." I heard obviously there's another one where they said that the owners they had squabbles and all of that.
Okay.
But I should remember this one last story, and it's more like as to why they are going for the shutdown of Backdoor. So I don't know if you know, like the owners of Hotbox used to be Fresh, AK, and Asa. Okay, you wouldn't
I
know
wouldn't
this.
know this.
Okay, so there's a lot of backstory, but just know that Asa is OBO's manager, Davido.
Okay.
So the really one cool thing that has constantly happened is that from the get-go in the station of Hotbox, that's one of the things that really made it a go-to.
Yeah.
Like every artist, just because of you have that sort of person in there. Every artist is to go there. OBO pulls up there, Wiz pulls up there, Burna pulls up there. So I hear that there is now beef with Backdoor. So Backdoor is like a smaller club
Okay.
that's part of Hotbox, but not inside of Hotbox. So it's like the back door of Hotbox. So it's like, I now heard that. Don't cut me on this show. But I heard there's new beef. So I think one of these days, like 2-3 weeks ago, Burna was in town. But like, so Burna
With
had
Chloe?
reserved the whole of.
No. Sorry.
You-
I just
you're
wanted
just
to
a
put that-
messy person.
Sorry.
So so Burna had reserved the whole of Backdoor.
Mhm.
And like, OBO now calls. I was like, oh, he's pulling up. The AK goes and says, oh, Backdoor is closed. because
Because I mean, technically,
if you think about that, back, like you don't want to put like
True.
so it's not like it now goes back to this where you can only have one of your friends.
Exactly. The thing at the same time because they're beefing. These are the issues. These are the issues. That's what I'm saying. That pipeline, that strangers, that's the best in my opinion. Everybody go back to where you came from. In this small Lagos, yes, you might not go back. You might see this person at a fucking after party at a wedding or something like that. You'll probably see this person again because Lagos is small.
So
But whether your friends are saying, I'm attending this, this baby's coming, this guy is coming, I don't know. Everybody's not saying they don't know. Question mark.
I must be the only person that likes to pull up when my exes are at
You're
places.
a sick person, that's what.
I love that
You're
shit. But
sick.
I'm going for like 5 exes weddings.
Oh, chill.
I'll be there looking. Probably
How
also
many
piped
exes
like
do you
one
have
or
in
two.
total
Stop
a day?
that. Probably piped 1 or 2 of the bridesmaids too. But like,
No. But they'll tell the bride, no? Or they don't?
I already did.
You need help, Adi. Like,
I don't feel like that's one thing they want to be talking about. Remember Adi? That's
the gist after wedding gist.
like
Oh,
the bride and her bridesmaid talking about the other nigga that used to pipe the bride.
No, well, okay, maybe not that,
Women.
but gist. I know they will gist.
Fair women.
Trust you,
Nah,
gist.
fair
Sha.
women.
I expect gist to be like come after my wedding, sha, personally. But yeah. So wait, so are you saying that you prefer the friends to maybe papa or friends straight to relationship pipeline over the stranger one? Because you've not come to like your own decision.
Yeah, not anything. As long as the friendship, and that's one thing I don't play with because I don't call a lot of people friends.
Friends, exactly.
Yeah. So as long as the friendship survives anything, we
Yeah.
like your sister, whatever it is
Your
that.
sister.
Yeah, now vibes. Now.
Adi.
Based off.
Adi. You will go to jail. Do you know that?
Oh, wait. Some
Oh, yeah?
information is not needed. Are not information.
Please, it's okay.
Information.
Just do what you can. Just do what you can, please.
So I personally just feel like as long as the relationship survives, the friendship.
Yeah.
I actually don't play with friends, and I'm going to learn. But I've learned it kind of now. Like it's kind of that's one migration. I think.
Dynamic.
Yeah. That's one dynamic that I feel like I'm not trying to really engage a lot in terms of moving from a friendship to it might be something that I'm not. I'd rather build a friendship knowing the fact
That
that
you want
we're going.
to.
Yeah, I'd rather do that now. Just
Yeah.
because of it. I
Yeah.
don't think I'm getting younger. So
Exactly.
losing friends based on say we wanted to.
Exactly. When there's how many other people in this
Nakamura.
world? Do you understand?
Yeah. So it's taking me a very long while, but like
Fair.
like we have grown up small.
Yeah, I know. I'm so proud of you. This is growth, guys.
Then, so I feel like now, funny enough,
Mm-hmm.
when we got done with uni,
Mm-hmm.
so I think twice in our lives, we've changed, or it's a dynamic that's kind of happened to a lot of people.
Right.
I don't think, obviously, we have friends from primary school and way back, but like, I don't think like primary school to secondary school really did a lot to a lot of people just because of everyone was probably still in the same.
Yeah.
But you know that first time when we got done with high school,
Mm-hmm.
moving to uni.
Yeah.
Now I'm talking about like these are friends. You guys are still probably friends, but the way people just started to do like you were training maize seeds around the world. Boom. Them niggas were going to weird places. I thought there were like 10 schools we used to go to originally.
Yes, Saskatchewan.
Was like Alaska.
Sorry, is that Saskatchewan? I used to
Where is that?
It's in Canada. A very remote part of Canada.
There's a new place. There's another place in Canada.
There are other places now.
I thought there were like
Ontario,
3 places.
The
Ontario is Toronto, Toronto, Vancouver, and Winnipeg.
There are places. Look at the names in Canada. They're
More
so
than
strange.
3 places.
Saskatchewan.
Damn God.
Can probably kill moose there.
The ones I really pity, I can't even lie.
What?
Them niggas I went to school in Ukraine. I have friends
I
that
don't
went
know why.
Damn.
It's for med school most times,
med
right?
school. Yeah, Shaiba Strawberry.
What?
This is where you know the world is fucked up. Think about the fact that they had said all that. We support Ukraine. Stop Russia. Do you know that the world rejected people's certificates
From
that
Ukraine,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. This world is wicked, though.
Do you get
On
like
top
this
university.
babe? I have a friend. I'm not even joking with you. She started school when I started school. I'm
She did.
telling you, as of COVID, she was still in school.
Shit.
Ukraine thing started in 2020.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm telling you, in her final year, to get the certificate, first of all, Ukraine said no. But even people that got the certificate, the world rejected them.
You're joking.
Let me bust your brain.
Is
Are you
Nigeria
ready?
part of the world? 'Cause-
Yes.
Hi, child.
Shall I bust your brain?
That's when they would be part of the world. Any
They-
other thing they wouldn't do. This stupid country.
Hey, leave my country alone. Leave my country.
You're claiming this country. Ade is never in this country longer than 6 months. guys.
But shall I tell you the funniest
Mhm.
thing? I now have a friend that went to school in Russia. Guess.
Oh no.
Guess. Guess.
Oh no.
She's a medical doctor.
Oh no.
Bro, but this is the most fucked up shit. Like when I had
That's stressful.
when this babe was, but this babe used to call to cry as well. She was hearing boom, boom, boom in
Yeah.
Ukraine, and there was this baby in Russia. But that baby was going to call out.
Life, man. These
Life
are the
is
issues.
actually so funny.
These are the issues.
But yeah, going back to topic, like remember that point where it was like
People were scattered everywhere.
people were scattering everywhere. I get to that nowadays. Is obviously social media. It almost makes you feel closer. And then there's some people that have money that you know those sets of people that went to uni, but like every fucking other week they go to Paris. You're going
They're
to
going
fucking
out,
Jamaica.
yeah,
They're-
yeah.
I'm like, you people, is there a different university?
what is your pocket money like?
What is your source
What
of
is your
income?
pocket money
What is your
like?
source of-
Is it your daddy that's doing this?
Or do you have daddies?
Do you get? Oh, mommies, guys, we don't discriminate.
If there are any mummies,
If there are
listening
any
to
mommies,
this,
please.
it will not be bad. My
Please.
email address is
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever that means, yeah. Okay.
call Marcelli. Call Marcelli.
Call me
call
a
her.
BB. Okay, so next.
So it's like, I feel like that right there was one of the major things that we've kind of really experienced.
Yeah.
I think that's where a lot of friendships went to die. Just like
or we're, revitalized.
obviously, yeah, a lot
There's
of
always
people,
that.
yeah, just moving. Obviously, there's some guys that you talk to in high school and you end
And
up
all
in
of a
uni
sudden,
together.
yeah.
But at the same time, like there are guys that are like so close. But I say, I feel like obviously I still argue with the fact that if somebody's important to you, you're going to have time and make time. But it's like on my head that people in China are 12 hours ahead of Lagos.
Yeah, exactly. What's your communication
Australia.
like? Streaks? This is why people do streaks.
That's
by
actually
the way.
the
This is exactly why people do streaks.
This might be genuinely no streaks and Instagram reels.
No, reels are like new, but streaks are
But
old. I know
yeah.
people that have done like 3-year-old streaks, 4-year-old streaks, 5-year-old streaks.
Do you know that if they're giving birth to a child in that time, that child will be
fuck
5?
that. Like, look at this shit, yo.
No, do you know? Okay, obviously, I'm not going to act new to this, but like,
Yeah.
I certainly there was a point where I used to have streaks.
I'm sure.
But like,
I'm sure knowing you.
right now, the mentality is crazy.
I know.
Right now, like, if I see fire, I cannot take. I'll choose not to text
understand?
you.
Because you're expecting now. You're expecting too much. Now you're
I'm
expecting me to respond every single. Look, I've been bullied into having streaks with my friends, and I failed like 3 times in the past 3 months. Look, this shit's hard. Do you know we're old?
You know, there's that Instagram. You know, there's that Instagram channel that basically is always like a guy doing something to his babe. Then his babe gets turned off by it. Then he goes to his notebook and writes number 350 something. Don't send reels.
Oh,
Bro, I'm not lying to you.
Is it the women X thing?
Yeah. I'm not lying to you. If I was writing a diary of things that
Streaks?
equals to gay, I'm like, yeah, send the streaks.
Nah. That means the new girlies, the Gen Zs are not you're a Gen Z, but that means I don't know. You have to have like an age bracket because the younger ones love the streaks.
we like that nice 20 to 23 year old.
That is a liar.
Once they get to 23, they have to cut that shit out.
That is a liar. First of all, the mummies are where I Don't lie to these people. 20 what? Ade is about the 40s, the 30s.
Hey, stop now.
Might
This-
might do the 50s, just might.
Here and there.
Yeah, here and
So
there.
they will-
Sprinkle
dabble.
them.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like, funny enough, okay, so we've talked about things that we've done and we've experienced.
Mhm.
But I feel like there's one that is coming forward in life.
Mhm.
And like we've not just gotten there yet.
Well,
But it's like I call that power dynamics.
okay.
So it's like I don't know if we're going to say we're really traditional.
Okay.
I don't know, like
Who,
because
me and you?
let's
Or-
say me and you, or like
Okay.
just like generally like who we naturally speak to. I don't know. Like I can't really speak that we're traditional in terms of a lot of things.
Yeah.
Babes. Do you know the topic I'm about to bring out? Like, who should be the provider of the house? Who should
Okay.
cook? Who should
So those kind
like
of
all those?
dynamics.
Yeah.
Household, domestics.
Wait,
I love that word.
So there's that word, but it's more like even like domestic. It's almost like I can't lie to you as of today. Me, I don't think I can actually get married to a babe that is not down to pray one way or the other. The same way I'm willing to pray. Maybe okay. You know, I always say that there are not things I look up to. Yes, you have to be willing to pray. I can't lie. I beg. Life is too fucking crazy.
Pray every day.
We need.
Have you said praying every day?
You know, like I said, to pray like properly as a Muslim. So I even pray 5 times a day
Oh
now.
my God, 5?
It's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy. And I started
Wow.
Ramadan and like I've
Oh,
just not
true.
stopped.
Well
So,
done.
so it's like it's just the reality of I'm not about to start any spirituality or anything.
Yeah.
But it's like
That's something now that's a non-negotiable for you.
do you understand?
That's good.
I-
That's
it's not-
growth, though.
Yeah, and
You
it's not
went
about
this
I'm
some years
definitely
ago,
not about
so,
to say
yeah.
I have to marry a Muslim.
Yeah.
No. It's just like you have to have access to your faith.
Right.
Whatever faith it is.
So-
Let me know that
Uh-huh.
what should they happen for this world.
No, for real. There are spiritual forces, guys, and we can't be caught slacking.
So I feel like in the knowledge of we don't really have power, we don't really have like traditional rules, but there's still things that happen. So let's do in the spirit of Gen Z,
Okay.
let's do a household
Okay.
that is fully catered to by the wife because
Okay.
she used to earn more.
Okay.
And like basically she was the sole provider.
Okay.
What happens when the husband
Mm-hmm. Starts earning.
hits jackpot? Yeah. And starts earning more.
What happens? I mean, like they should figure it out as adults. To be fair, like, well, me personally, I know that knowing the culture I come from and the way I am, I can't even start something where I'm the sole provider. I can't. So, I say only me. No,
Ladies
nah.
and gentlemen, on today's episode as to why Weibo women hate love.
They don't hate
Boom,
love.
boom, boom,
They don't
boom,
hate
boom,
love.
boom.
It's just a non-negotiable. You don't have to. I didn't say you have to earn the same thing. I didn't say you have to earn but preferably please earn higher than me, please. That's
Wow,
just
Igbo babes.
fine print, fine strong
Igbo
bold
babes.
italics.
Igbo babes.
But what I'm saying is, I can't even enter that. But for those that choose to enter that, right, if circumstances came that way or whatever, I believe they should be mature enough as like adults, right, to sort it out without making it like a force. Like, you are here already, and you came in like with your eyes open, your brain open, like you are aware. It's not like somebody just slapped you and threw you inside it. So I mean,
Yeah. So okay, let me try and paint a little bit of a picture for you. So it's like, I don't know if you've ever seen that thing. I see it happen on Twitter sometimes where they say, let's say a man didn't make money for the month or for a year, and like on Twitter you hear stuff like, oh, like I've actually seen as a conversation where now say, oh, his wife borrowed him money to pay the rent.
I don't think that makes sense. Borrowed him money to pay their collective rent.
Do you understand? When me, you, and probably our children leave. So do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That change in how, like in hindsight, like I don't have bread right now,
Yeah.
but you are financially stable
Yeah.
enough to hold us down.
Yeah.
How, like, first of all, like I feel like there are three things in here: communicating that,
Yeah.
no, accepting it,
Accepting it is a big deal.
communicating it,
Yeah.
and like,
Feeling safe enough to remain in that.
yeah, it's not even remaining. Like, let's call it activating, like actually seeing it happen.
Yeah.
Do you understand the dynamic I'm trying
Yeah.
to create in there?
It's well, accepting it is one thing, because obviously it's quite demasculating to a lot of men, or demasculating when they can't provide even for themselves, talk less of their family.
Mhm.
You know, so that acceptance part, now you might even need therapy, because because a lot of niggas find out that they don't have bread anymore, they can't make bread for a while, and then they start drinking. They start doing everything else, taking loans from friends, taking loans from banks, everything else, but to accept and tell their wives that this is the situation I'm in, which typically at the end of the day digs the grave even deeper. Now, not only do you not have bread, you're even owing people, you're in debt. We're in debt. We're now in debt.
Do you know? I feel like, in fact, what you've just done
Yeah.
is kind of like the final point.
Is that final?
In this
Yeah.
conversation, like the final change
Yeah.
in dynamic lifestyle,
Yeah. Oof. Yeah.
ability to
Acceptance.
afford. My lifestyle is crazy.
Nah.
Tasting a lifestyle,
And then,
maintaining the lifestyle,
and then losing
and
it.
losing that lifestyle.
Yikes. No, it's tough.
Hey!
Oh. That's that acceptance part. You won't want to believe it, because it gets to be like, imagine you now, things change with you, and then these people you text all the time for this, for that, they're like, Adi, where are you? I'm out. I'm coming to even pick you up. I'm trying to put like,
It's like, maybe you know the funniest thing about me.
what?
Maybe that's why I'll set myself up like this in terms of the only bread I spend is bread I spend on other people.
Yeah.
So it's like, because I'm just thinking about, there are people that, let me give an example. Because that's why they always say those things like, if the first day you pay for first class with your own money will be the last time you pay for economy. Because once you taste it, hey, it's different.
I mean,
So wait, let me give an example. I know people
mhm.
that based off what their parents had, they grew up flying private jets.
Yeah.
Them niggas cannot afford private jets right now. Do you know what?
Yeah. Well,
They sit down in Nigeria
what do you mean they sit down?
because they're not willing to fly commercial.
Oh, wow. Is it ever that deep?
Or more.
That's not that's not a good sign of adaptability, to be honest. Like, that means that you can't, and I think that that's a lot of denial. You're denying yourself like experiences, you're denying yourself like even just being comfortable with what you have. You can't even be content. That means they're not content.
Lifestyle is crazy.
Lifestyle is too good. It's never that deep, guys. Me and someone else that are in first class and economy, if we're going to Maldives, I'm going to see that water. I'm going to enter. I'm going to get a bikini. I don't understand. It's never that deep, please.
No,
For all those that...
No, you're thinking about it in terms of, it's crazy, but like it's so funny. Like I feel like it's one of the, especially in Nigeria, where I don't know if you know consumption patterns.
Yeah.
This is one of the consumption. I'm an
Okay,
economist.
economics.
Hey!
First time he's literally using his degree on this. I'm so proud. He said indicators and now adding consumption.
So one of the major consumption patterns you see, especially in like an Africa, and it happens a lot in the third world.
Okay.
Could I just call Nigeria third world?
It is a third world. Might as well be fourth.
Fuck that shit. But like, it's called a consumption pattern called theory of the Joneses. That means where people consume their neighbor's consumption.
What does that mean?
It means that you eat what your neighbor eats.
Okay.
That means if both of us live in VI and you drive a G-Wagon.
You must drive a G-Wagon. I see.
Do you understand?
I see.
If both of us are neighbors and my kids go to this school, what school will your kids go to? The same school.
I see.
Do you understand? And so I feel like there are two things. And like it's so funny because like I actually think I might write theory someday. I believe that in lining consumptions, consumption should not be fed off your neighbor. It should actually be fed off one. Say if you're an A, it should be fed off B.
Agreed.
And B should feed off C.
Agreed.
Do you understand? So I feel like in hindsight, like this is talking pure economics.
Especially in Nigeria, this is the most volatile country. Do you understand that Lekki Ikoyi Link Bridge right now is fucked? And I passed through that place last night. I probably passed there by 9 years after training.
Last night is very that's a lot of hours.
That's how Lagos, that's how Nigeria, that's what I'm saying. That's what Nigeria is. Nigeria is something fundamental can change, not even small. Something fundamental can change in 1 hour that'll fuck your entire month up. Talk us to a year. So why you not living, bro? Don't live beyond your means. Live below your means.
No, I'm not even lying to you. You genuinely. So I feel like that's one of the things with lifestyle. Yeah. If we could learn how to, first of all, live below our means, then secondly, the ability to now say, although you are still living below your means,
you can still flex once.
No, I beg. I'll say that. Yeah, you can obviously flexing is
a couple times.
Yeah, you can.
A couple times.
But like, what I'm saying is that just the knowledge of, even if it means that okay, you still have to live in the Joneses, but your income goes down.
Yeah.
Are you willing to live VI? So at least you don't have to live with your neighbors. You can live with your neighbors in B.
True.
So if your neighbor in Ekpe is driving Toyota Corolla, I think you are setting.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
I feel like we actually we might just have to talk about like money.
One of these days.
These days.
Nah, real shit.
Because like what's currently happening in Nigeria right now is something that should have happened many years ago. It's just the reality of nobody is willing to understand that they are poor.
Yeah.
And that's one thing we have so much in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Poor fucking people.
Yeah.
And pato.
No, for real.
You don't get money.
For real.
Close your face.
Because you are one. Let me tell you now, all of us are in fact, I won't say all, but like most 80-90% of this country, we are all one major disaster. So like, let's say health disaster. You need one surgery to just show up. Surgery, do you know how much they bill in Evercare?
They go far.
Sorry, I didn't mean to shout Evercare, but
wow, you go far. You say Evercare.
No, but I'm saying that's just Evercare. But like, just like even MRI scan. Do you know it's only like three places in Lagos that apparently do MRI scans.
And
why
are you doing something that needs MRI scan?
That's the thing. This is a country that trailers follow you randomly. This is a country that like.
Can you leave Nigeria alone?
Why? This country has not left me alone. They don't leave me. They don't give me peace. What the fuck am I leaving Nigeria for? This country doesn't give me peace. I'm constantly in flight or fight mode in this country, and most of us are. Every day, like look now, I said like Ikoyi Link Bridge, the entire bridge, you can't use it because of one trailer.
Be like Ade. Do you know the other day where there was that traffic thing?
You stay at home?
No, I had meetings, but I saw traffic 10 minutes. I parked the car, and I walked.
Yeah,
you know how crazy it is. But
leaving your car too is another thing, though. You can come back, you won't see side mirror again.
Stop now.
They'll take your tire and your rims.
Don't make me think about.
You're lucky you came back to the full car.
No. You know
Corolla. Nobody should park that Corolla. They will carry your car. Uber. Let me not
No,
talk.
but it's so crazy. So like I feel like that's like where this whole conversation dynamics work for me, because like
Yeah.
me, I'm so quick to say, okay, this is like today. If I go broke, I'm not lying to you. Straight up, I'm going to my parents' house.
Sure.
It's fucked up, obviously, yeah, because I have that as a back.
Yeah.
But it's like I just feel like just that mentality, and I feel like that's this is my takeaway from this whole
Yeah.
conversation. That mentality of if it doesn't work, yeah, true. Sometimes you have to burn bridges, which is fair. But if it doesn't work for you,
Yeah.
be comfortable going back
Back to
to
like,
where it worked for
nobody will
you.
beat you guys.
This is not even just
Nobody will
about. This is not
beat
even
you.
about money. Even like with relationships,
Yeah.
with friendship, with all of that. Like
True.
I
Once
get
dynamics
it.
change.
Once that dynamic,
Mm.
dynamica.
I hate her so much.
once,
No, we're so good. sorry.
once the dynamic changes,
Yeah.
just be willing. Me, I can migrate. I can dynamize.
Oh Jesus.
Backwards,
This
forward.
Every episode you do something wrong to the word. Why? I think it's pretty much saying that you should be okay moving from point A to point B in anything. Relationships, your finances, whatever. You should
And
be
also
okay.
be okay moving from point B back to
the
point A.
A.
Like, and
Like-
it's so crazy. Like, and that's one thing I try to. It's an analogy I use a lot of time. I use big word analogy. Yeah. So it's like where I tell people that this point A, this point B.
Yeah,
But the funniest thing that they forget is that there are 26 letters in the alphabet.
true.
C, D, E, F, G, H.
There's always
See,
backup.
just keep
there's
trying.
Other options. There'll always be other
Bruh.
options, guys.
Bruh.
There'll always be other options.
Like
You might just
s-
not be seeing it. You might not be creative enough or something like that. But ask around. Think about this. Fucking ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
ask that nigga
ChatGPT.
questions. That nigga doesn't get
ChatGPT.
tired. He doesn't get tired.
That nigga be doing the most.
Ask him questions. He can plan your budget. It can literally plan your budget for you. It can help you figure out, like, you don't even have to do all the thinking yourself now.
ChatGPT.
So it's such a hack.
I need to.
Get
Yeah,
on this.
I'm actually such a traditional man. I still don't know ChatGPT.
You've still not used it once. Are they?
You know it's crazy because I use
It's
the
true, every time
AI
I
tool on
use
WhatsApp.
Oh.
Yeah, there's an AI thing there. So I think it's the same thing as ChatGPT.
Fair,
If you ask me, yeah.
No. I'm proud of you. Yeah.
But
I hate you so much.
if you don't, but shit, AI, artificial intelligence. I no small.
By the way, I they call it artificial intelligence C. That's how you know that this guy is not even.
There can be one
They're not
intelligence. There can be multiple intelligences.
Oh God.
Eh? Whatever
stop,
is
please
intelligent
stop.
agencies.
Please stop. But yes, guys, we're getting closer to the end of this, and like I said, moral lesson is be very comfortable moving, like shifting your dynamics. Like, be very intentional. Be very aware of your reality as well, right? If your friendship isn't working out anymore, but a business relationship with this person can work, try and make it work up until it doesn't. It could even lead back into the friendship eventually.
That's so true.
That's true. That's true.
Light work. Then also remember, although if we are fucked before and we stop fucking, remember that we can go back to fucking.
We're going to block Adi. He might not be on the next one.
I don't understand you guys.
He might not be on the next one.
What is priority to you?
He might not be next one.
What is? Wait, let me tell you. Okay,
You
work,
You need help.
family. What comes after that?
God. No, before that, say
God is already
God
there
is
now.
Yeah,
He has been there before.
Mention him. Mention
Oh yeah,
him.
God,
Then
work.
family.
Okay, so it's
God,
family
family.
before.
God, family.
Does
work.
family need you if you don't have work?
Yes, they do. It's still family now.
If I blow you,
Oh my God.
God, work, family, then
Mhm. Relationships. All sorts. Friendships. Like,
Yeah.
eh.
which one do you think about before you go to bed?
Bye, guys.
All right, thank you so much. I know Vanessa deprived you guys from this at the beginning of the show, so I'm going to give it to you, obviously.
I hate this man so much.
You're welcome to 801
Uh,
adesvoice.com.
Okay.
Literally, I said .com.
Okay.
This feels like back in the day, MTN extra call.
Okay.
You know, this is why she called me.
Okay.
Tell my babies out there.
Thank you, guys. It's been real. Have a lovely rest of your week, day, whatever. And until next time, I say bye.
That is a state of mind.
You're sick.
I'm
Bye,
your
guys.
dad. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.